I'd like to call this meeting of the Show Low City Council to order. Show that all council members are present with the exception of Vice Mayor Kakavas, and Councilman Clark has to be excused tonight. Tonight I've asked Councilman Judd to lead us in the invocation, followed by Councilman Hatch to lead us in the pledge. If you'd all like to stand and join us, you may do so.
Our Heavenly Father, we're grateful for this opportunity we have to meet together this evening. We're grateful for those that could make it to the meeting and support our city. We're grateful for many blessings. We're grateful for Bill Cupp and his service to the city and that he could be a part of the Shola family. And we ask that thou will bless him with health and safety as he goes into retirement. We ask that thou will look over and watch over our first responders, our police officers, our military, firefighters, and those that put their lives at risk. Keep them safe. Grateful for the moisture we've received, and ask that thou will continue to bless us with moisture for our lands. And we say this in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Councilman Judd. Councilman Hatch, appreciate that. Next item on the agenda is call to public. City Clerk.
Mayor, any citizen desiring to speak on a matter that is within the jurisdiction of the City Council may do so at this time. Comments shall be limited to 3 minutes per person and shall be addressed to the City Council as a whole and not to any individual member. Issues raised shall be limited to those within the jurisdiction of the City Council. Pursuant to the Arizona Open Meeting Law, the City Council cannot discuss or act on items presented at this time. At the conclusion of the call to the public, individual City Council members may respond to criticism made by those who have spoken, ask staff to review a matter, and ask that a matter be put on a future agenda. Thank you.
Thank you, and I do have one. Mr. Quinn.
Yes.
Please state your name and address for the record, please.
Andrew Quinn. I live at 4521 West Hawthorne Road in Torreon. Shall I begin?
Sure.
Good evening, everybody. As I said, I live at 4521 West Hawthorne in Torreon. I live next to a very large short-term rental property at 4551 West Hawthorne. I lived in this community for 2 years, and I'm here tonight to raise serious concerns about how this property is being operated and the risks it poses to neighbors and the city. This Airbnb routinely violates Sholo Ordinance 16.55.050, which prohibits any non-residential use, events requiring permits, and use as an event center or banquet hall. This home, which advertises sleeping space for 16 plus people, has been used as a venue for weddings, corporate retreats, and large group gatherings. These are uses they're actively advertised online. These are clearly commercial uses, and each one results in overflow parking, not just along the street, but in the front yard, which poses serious fire hazards given the pine needles and dry debris on the ground. It also blocks access for emergency vehicles, which could ultimately result in a catastrophic fire situation should something happen. While this property has a current operating license, the owner is not in compliance with basic safety and communication rules. Specifically, the city requires clearly visible signage within 6 feet of the entrance, displaying contact and emergency information, Ordinance 16.55.070. That sign is not posted. Each day this is missing, it is a separate civil violation. My curiosity is who enforces this and what mechanism is in place to ensure that these basic rules are followed. There's also fire risk at this property, and it's significant. On July 3rd, Timber Mesa Fire was called due to an electrical fire caused by an e-bike charger in the garage. The home also includes a gas grill, Traeger smoker, gas-fired pizza oven, and a gas fire pit with an extremely high flame. It can be upwards of 3 feet tall. E-bikes and an EV charger, all in regular use by rotating guests who may not understand fire safety or local restrictions. We do not know if there is posted fire restriction signage inside the home. We do know that there is no fire restriction signage posted outside by the fire pit. We know this is not required, but it should be. Is there an ordinance that requires a short-term rental owners to clearly post fire restrictions or safe use guidelines for fire features? If not, there should be. This home is a collection of fire hazards operated by people who may not even know what they're doing. If there's a fire, the whole neighborhood is at risk. This short-term rental is not being used as a residence. It's functioning as a commercial event venue in a neighborhood zone residential, and it's doing so with little regard for fire safety, parking limitations, or ordinance compliance. I'm asking the city to investigate the ongoing use violations at this property, enforce existing ordinances, and consider whether new safety regulations are needed to protect neighbors from serious fire risks caused by rotating renters and unregulated equipment. Thank you for your time and attention to this issue.
Appreciate that. Do you mind leaving that information with our city
course.
clerk and let our staff look into all those concerns, or probably everybody's concerns up
Several
here?
copies.
Appreciate that. If you'll leave that with our clerk.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.
All righty, next item on the agenda is recognition of Shoalo High School State Champion Welding Fabrication Team. Is the coach here? Can you come up and give us a little bit of Mr. Hoskins, correct?
Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is Randy Hoskins. I'm the MPC welding instructor here in Shoalo. MPC has a very vigorous career technical education program. As you guys know, 2 years ago, we opened a new skills center at the White Mountain campus. And for the last 2 years, we've had very good success in our Skills USA competitions. We've won the state twice now. In addition to winning the state in the individual categories, we're here tonight to congratulate and recognize the gentlemen in the fabrication team. The Skills USA competition is over 60 years old. It originally started as VICA when you guys were in high school, and it has progressed to Skills USA. You can look online and get an idea of how big the competition is. In the welding competition, these gentlemen had to compete at a regional level, and when it's a single elimination, they won their regional competition up in Holbrook, and then they were invited to the state down in Phoenix. They competed down in the state. They won that competition as well, and that then they had the invitation to go to Atlanta, Georgia. We went this June, and they competed with all the 2025 winners of the different states of the United States of America and the territories. So again, just getting to that point is a fantastic opportunity for these young men. To add to that, they're juniors. So they came to the program as a junior. So all of this opportunities to go and see how to compete and how the game is played, they can now pay that forward for this next year, and we have high hopes for them.
So they'll be back next year.
Show me. Don't tell me.
Would you mind calling each one of them up for us, please?
Sure. Let's see, I see Cohen here, and look at these guys hanging out back there with their caps on. Come on up. Dallin.
We have a little something for you guys just to congratulate you on your success. Which one of you guys want to talk? None of us?
Not me.
I think you should do the talking.
Me?
Why not? You look like the shyest. Anyway,
Team leader.
congratulations. Great job.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys here next year, right?
Appreciate you guys.
That's a challenge, right?
Good job, thank you.
I don't think they had welding when I was in school, so I'm not sure.
No, shake this guy's
Do
hand.
more than just welding, let me tell you.
Right.
You guys want to give a 1-minute commercial?
Thank you. Congratulations.
Picture, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sounds like fun.
You ready for
In
that?
here. Can you guys come back up here?
Commercial? This young man has something to tell you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Why don't you tell us your names? I'm not sure he said your name. So.
My name is Dallin Rawlings. I got voted leader of the FAB team, and we all kind of got like our individual things we do. So I was in charge of reading and creating our blueprints. And these two both had their own jobs. I'll let you tell. You guys tell them what you had.
I was more like I kind of measured and cut like all the metal. That was kind of my job. That was my main purpose. Did a little bit of welding here and there, but main purpose was to cut and measure all the metal, make sure it was ready to weld.
Your name?
Cohen Hudson.
I'm Easton Hatch, and I was mainly the welder of the group because I'm not the best at measuring stuff, but these guys did the hard stuff and I just welded it up.
Well, that's awesome. You guys,
Great job.
you guys come stand in front of us with your coach, please. We can get a quick picture. Get in here. I think you're shorter than all of them.
He is the young lady.
All right, you guys ready?
Congratulations again.
You folks have a great evening.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next year, Coach. Okay, next item on the agenda is recognition of a retired employee, Mr. Cup, City Manager.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Tonight we want to recognize a retiring employee, our Public Works Director, Bill Cupp. I've been with the city 20 years. I think he's got, a couple weeks left, Bill? And we just want to thank him for his 20 years of service. I was talking to Bill the other day, I think doing your final evaluation, Bill, and I started to think of all the projects in the city that Bill's been a part of over the years for 20 years. And you think of things like our wastewater treatment plant, the police building, the new police building, the new dispatch center, Public Works building that's being constructed now, pickleball courts, parks, roads, yeah, City Hall and this library. You start to think about all those things that Bill's been involved in, and he's certainly left his mark on the city and helping get all these projects done. And it's just been a good 20 years. You think about where Shola was 20 years ago and where it is today, and Bill's been a big part of that, and we want to thank him for that and appreciate his 20 years of service. So thank you, Bill, for all that you've done. We appreciate it. I know that, yeah, Shane's going to say us some words, and then I know the mayor has something for you.
He's taller than you, too.
First of all, Bill, thanks for hiring me. I met Bill 18 and a half years ago in an interview. The first time I met Bill coming up here to Sholo. I really appreciate our relationship. He taught me how to be a good engineer, a good manager. Every day I get to come and learn from you. I really appreciate it. Like Morgan said, you look around, this city, the past 20 years, Bill's had his hand on all these amazing improvements in our community. I mean, he's guided the design of this, the construction of this, the creation of what this community really has become. You definitely left your mark on this city.
Thank you, Shane.
We're going to miss you. We're going to miss talking with you in the office, hearing the good stories about old survey times or the consultant days or what's going on in Oregon.
And you've heard all those stories probably 50 times
yes,
each.
I have. But we appreciate you, and you've earned it. So you and Sherry, please enjoy this time of your life, a special time of retirement. No more angry phone calls from residents mad about Slurry Seal. You can hand those to us, and we're going to do our best to fill your big shoes that you leave us. So, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I think about that, Bill, and it's funny because I think when you started, you had dark hair. When I started, I had hair. You know what? I've known Bill for as long as I've been involved in the city government, and I know him on a personal level too. He's came over to my house a few times for Thanksgiving. We call it Friendsgiving. Just really good friends of ours. They've been friends of ours for years, and I say we're going to miss you here, but I see you everywhere I go too. So I'm going to still see Bill around town, and we can't thank you enough for what you've done for this community. So on behalf of the city, we got our heads together and decided to make you a little going away gift. So if you don't mind, we can present that to you.
Wow.
In case you forget your name, you can look down you take your belt off, then look at your buckle, like we all do. Bill, thank you for everything, brother. We're going to miss you here.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate you.
Thank you. That's all you've done. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
You got to tell everybody now. And then we'll let you say a few words if you want to, Bill.
Well, this is really cool. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. I'm kind of a belt buckle guy. To anybody that
Think?
knows that. Yeah, I think I repeat what's already been said. In the last 20 years, this place has changed a lot, and I appreciate being a part of it and having the opportunity to do that. Couple more things. Just proud to be a part of everything we've done, and the good news is I'm leaving the city with a great team in place. We've got Jake at the airport, Rick at operations, Shane as new public works director, Chris Reed. I hope you folks get a chance to meet him. Why don't you stand up, Chris? Chris Reed, our new city engineer. I'd like to thank my wife. Finally got her to come to a city council meeting. I'm a few hundred ahead of her, so there's no way she's going to catch up. But again, I just appreciate it. I appreciate my time here, and we'll be seeing you around town, just kind of functioning a little bit different. Thanks.
I'll have you over to the house. You can help me do some cooking every day or something.
Sounds good. I'm going to need something to do. I'm thinking about welding and fabrication.
He probably wished he was leaving now because he's on the agenda pretty much the whole thing. All right. Okay, next item on the agenda is consent calendar. We'll do a proclamation by mayor proclaiming August 2025 as Child Support Awareness Month. Consideration of resolution number R 2025-32. Consideration of resolution number R 2025-22. Consideration of a commercial ground lease operation agreement. And turn the page. Consideration of authorizing to purchase 2 Caterpillar 305s. Consideration of authorizing to purchase furnishings for the new Public Works building. Consideration of authorization to purchase playground equipment. Consideration of authorization to purchase one for the City Park new pavilion, the other one for the Shoal Lake Campground. Consideration of acceptance of the 2025 City of Shoal slurry sale. Consideration of acceptance of the 2025 city roadway improvements. Consideration of acceptance of the Aquaflow International, Inc. Consideration of approval of Torion Central Office Condominiums, Second Amendment, Final Plat. Consideration of the minutes of the Shoal City Council meeting on June 17th, 2025, and also the study session on June 19th, 2025. I'll entertain a motion to accept the consent calendar as read unless somebody wants to pull one or talk about one.
I'll approve the consent calendar.
I got a motion.
Second.
Got a second by Councilman Whipple. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Oh, it took me longer to read it than you guys. Next item on the agenda is new business. Consideration of applications submitted by Denise Wiseman Stowe on behalf of Show Main Street for a special event liquor license for Battle of the Bands and food vans at Frontier Field. Mrs. Hall.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Denise Stowe, representing Show Main Street, submitted an application for a special event liquor license for the Battle of the Bands and food vans at Frontier Field, scheduled for August 30th. Show Main Street sponsors this event which will start at noon and end at 10 p.m. The license will allow Show Main Street to sell beer and wine during the event. Event participants will enter and exit Frontier Fields through a single entrance, and an existing 6-foot chain link fence surrounds the entire area. Alcohol will be sold on the map that was provided with the application, and participants will be allowed to consume alcohol throughout the field. Additional security personnel will be stationed at the main Frontier Fields entrance and exit, as well as at the beer and wine ticket sales location. Additionally, they will patrol and monitor the fields to ensure that no alcohol is brought onto or leaves the premises and that there is no underage consumption. The Arizona Rangers will provide security. The Show Police Department conducted a background check on the applicant and found no information that would preclude approval of this special event liquor license. The application and action taken by the council will be forwarded to the Department of Liquor Licenses and Control, and unlike regular liquor licenses, the council's decision is final for such an application. And the applicant is here if you have any questions. Thank you.
Ma'am. Any questions or comments or motions? Councilman Adams.
I move to approve the application submitted by Denise Wiseman Stowe for the special event liquor license for Battle of the Bands and food vans on August 30th, 2025 at Frontier Fields.
Got a motion, got a second by Councilman Hatch. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. See, you weren't here that long. Kept you awake anyway, Denise. Okay, next item on the agenda is consideration of applications submitted by Peter Timms on behalf of Arts and Alliance of the White Mountains for special event liquor license for cork and canvas at Art Alliance on the White Mountains. Sorry, Mrs. Hall.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Peter Timms, representing the Arts Alliance of the White Mountains, submitted an application for a special event liquor license for the cork and canvas events at the Arts Alliance of the White Mountains, located at 251 North Penrod Road, scheduled for July 25th, August 29th, September 26th, and October 31st of 2025. The Arts Alliance of the White Mountains sponsors these events, which will take place from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. The license will permit the Arts Alliance of the White Mountains to serve wine during the event. Participants will enter and leave the Arts Alliance of the White Mountains through the patron entrance. Alcohol will be served in the area that was marked on the provided map, and participants will be permitted to consume alcohol throughout the lobby and main gallery. The Show Low Police Department conducted a background check on the applicant and found no information that would preclude approval of this special event liquor license. The application and action taken by the council will be forwarded to the Department of Liquor Licenses and Control, and unlike regular liquor license, again, the council's decision is final for such an application. Thank you. And the applicant is not here tonight, but he did send another gentleman if you have any questions.
Any questions or comments or motions? Councilman Judd.
Motion. I move to approve the application submitted by Peter Timms for a special event liquor license for the cork and canvas events on July 25th, August 29th, September 26th, and August 31st, 2025 at the Arts Alliance of the White Mountains.
Got a motion, got a second by Councilman Whipple. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passed. By the way, any in here haven't been out there, it's a hidden gem. You got to go to the Art Alliance. It's pretty nice out there. Anyway, next item on the agenda is consideration of resolution number R 2025-30 adopting City of Show Low Housing Needs Assessment and Action Plan. Mr. North.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. In August of 2024, the council accepted a $100,000 State Housing Trust Fund grant and awarded a contract to Matrix Design Group to complete a housing needs assessment and action plan for Show Low. Matrix presented the findings of the needs assessment and introduced recommended action plans, or action items rather, to the council at a study session on April 15th of this year. Staff worked with Matrix Design Group to develop and refine a plan that includes the following action items. Number one, to build on our existing workforce housing incentives that were adopted in February of last year. Number two, to support senior housing. Number three, diversify the housing stock here locally. Number four, preserve the existing affordable housing and inventory suitable properties in Show Low for affordable housing developments. And in fact, we just kicked off a study with Matrix Design Group to do an inventory of suitable properties with money that was remaining from the grant that we were awarded. Number five, utilize short-term rental revenues to build a registration program to support affordable housing fund for housing rehab, down payment assistance, or gap financing. Number six, collaborate with other interested groups on development opportunities. And number seven, pursue state and federal grants. Adoption of the Show Low Housing Needs Assessment and Action Plan is a requirement of the grant and will provide us with access to future grant opportunities to help implement the recommended action items. Staff therefore recommends adopting resolution number R 2025-30 to approve the adoption of the City of Show Low Housing Needs Assessment and Action Plan. And I'm available to answer any questions.
Quick comment. When I read that, I was like, well, we already got the money and now we have to be called this to get future money.
Right.
So I thought that was a little backwards, but I'm glad they gave us money, and now if they want to give us more, we have to adopt this. So the way the government works, I guess, huh? Anyway, any questions, comments, or motions? Councilman Adams.
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
I move to adopt resolution number R 2025-30, adopting the City of Show Low Housing Needs Assessment and Action Plan.
Got a motion, I'll second it. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed, motion passed unanimously. What was so funny? You forgot to read it or what?
Long story.
You did a great job. All right, next item on the agenda is consideration of resolution number R 2025-31, designing City of Show Low as designation marketing organization for Show Low. Mr. North,
Good evening again, Mayor and Council.
how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. The Arizona Office of Tourism has a rural cooperative marketing program that offers matching funds to organizations for tourism marketing. To qualify for the program, an entity must be a designated destination marketing organization, or DMO. The attached resolution designates the City of Show Low as the DMO for Show Low indefinitely or until amended, and thereby qualifies the City of Show Low to participate in the program and authorizes staff to submit a DMO affidavit to the Arizona Office of Tourism. Staff recommends adopting Resolution R 2025-31, designating the City of Show Low as the destination marketing organization for Show Low and authorizing the submission of the DMO affidavit to the Arizona Office of Tourism. And again, I'm Matt.
Again, they're going to
Answer any questions you have.
Again, they're going to give us money just because of this, right?
Right.
We hope. Any questions or comments or motions? Councilman Whipple.
I move to approve resolution number R 2025-31, designating the City of Show Low as a destination marketing organization for Show Low and authorizing the submission of the destination marketing organization affidavit to the Arizona Office of Tourism.
Got a motion? Got a second by Councilman Hatch. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Thank you, sir. Okay, next item on the agenda is consideration of resolution number R 2025-27, rescinding resolution number R 2018-07, adopting revised rates and charges at the Show Low Regional Airport. Mr. Allen.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The City of Show Low has adopted and adjusted airport fees over the years at Show Low Regional Airport. The last changes to airport fees were adopted on February 20th, 2018. In Resolution 2018-07, the rates at the Show Low Airport have remained the same since 2018. The Show Low Aviation Advisory Committee makes recommendations to the City Council regarding the Show Low Regional Airport, including rates and fees. On April 24th, 2025, the Aviation Advisory Committee met and voted to recommend approving the proposed changes to the current rates and new charges to the schedule of rates and charges at Show Low Regional Airport. As set forth in Exhibit A of the resolution, the proposed increases assist in the operation and maintenance of the airport. In accordance with ASRS 9-499.15, notice of proposed rate changes and new charges to the Show Low Regional Airport's schedule of rates and charges was posted on the city's website for 60 days. The staff recommends adopting Resolution 2025-27, rescinding Resolution number R 2018-07, and approving the revised rates and charges at Show Low Regional Airport. And I can answer any questions.
Thank you, sir. Any questions or comments?
I got a question. The rates don't seem bad. Did you get any pushback on that? It doesn't seem like it's going up that much.
No, it's going up. Percentage-wise, it's going up a fair amount, but it's for example, a nightly parking fee for a single-engine aircraft is going from $7 to $10 a night, and then the monthly charge would be going from $40 to $50 a month for parking. So, small changes.
I looked at that too today, and I was thinking we were behind before we got ahead. They looked pretty low before. I would have recommended a little bit more to catch. It seems like we're a little behind to me.
We also sell fuel though, so it's nice to, if we keep our fees low, we can bring in more.
Oh, nice.
More, and then we want to bring people into the community as well, so it helps to keep our fees really reasonable. And we're on pace with with a lot of the other airports in the state.
That's why you're the airport manager. You know exactly why. Appreciate that. Any other questions or comments or motions? Councilman Adams.
I move to adopt resolution number R 2025-27, rescinding resolution number R 2018-07, approving revised rates and changes to the Show Low Regional Airport.
Thank you, sir. I got a motion. I'll second it. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. That was a good comment, by the way, Jacob. That made a lot of sense. I appreciate that. Next item on the agenda is consideration of resolution number R 2025-28, rescinding resolution number R 2023-22, and approving Fourth Amendment standard for contracts, policy, and changes to standard form contracts. Sure. Mr. Allen.
All right, good evening again.
You skipped over one.
I think maybe F.
Which one does?
F.
You just did G.
Oh, I'm
Don't worry,
sorry.
I'll be here for both of those.
I know. Let's do G then, the one I just read, and we'll come back to the other one.
So we'll go
G.
G, okay. On December 5th, 2006, the City Council adopted Resolution R 2006-54, which approved the standard form contracts policy comprising 11 standard form contracts. On August 21st, 2007, the City Council adopted Resolution number R 2007-43, rescinding Resolution R 2006-54, and adopting the first amended standard form contracts policy to add a standard police duty services agreement. On September 7, 2010, the City Council adopted Resolution number 2010-39, rescinding Resolution 2007-43 and adopting the second amended standard form contract policy to add a standard contract for independent contractor services. On December 5th of 2023, the City Council adopted Resolution 2023-22 to add 5 new standard form contracts. The City Attorney has recommended that the City Council approve a new standard form contract for a commercial city-owned hangar lease and operating agreement, which will help to distinguish and clarify requirements specific to city-owned hangars. Furthermore, it is recommended that substantive changes be made to the commercial ground lease and operating agreement, including the introduction of a holdover fee for tenants who vacate the premises, who do not vacate the premises in a timely manner upon the expiration of the termination of the lease agreement. As recommended by the Show Low Aviation Committee on February 24th, 2025, the recommended holdover rate is a rate of 2 times the monthly rent as specified in the lease agreement. Staff recommends adopting Resolution number 2025-28, rescinding Resolution 2023-22, and approving the Fourth Amended Standard Form Contracts policy by adding a commercial city-owned hangar lease and operating agreement and approving the changes to the commercial ground lease and operating agreement.
What's that mean? I kind of understand. What's the holdover mean? If they're out of their lease and they stay for a couple of weeks, then?
Yeah, so with the holdover, there's actually, we'll talk more about that with another one of these, but the holdover is basically a penalty of double the rent as long as if your agreement expires. If you were, paying a certain rate, then that rate would double until you vacated the premises. We had a holdover recently.
That's what I was getting at. Is this to clean up, or we had an issue then, right?
We had an issue, and we wanted to make sure that we don't have an issue again.
Very good. Perfect. Any other questions or comments? Motion, Councilman Judd?
I move to adopt resolution number R 2025-28, rescinding resolution number R 2023-22, and approving a Fourth Amended Standard Form Contracts policy by adding a commercial city-owned hangar lease and operating agreement and making substantive changes to the commercial ground lease and operating agreement.
Got a motion? Got a second by Councilman Hatch. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. What?
That was the wrong motion. That was the motion for the previous item.
I'm on 8G.
No, I think that was
You read the right one.
Did he?
You have the right one. We're gonna,
Now we're
the
gonna go
wrong one
back
now.
to.
Sorry, I'm on the wrong one.
Yeah, now we're gonna go
I
back to F.
apologize.
Sorry.
okay, motion passed unanimously. Hey, when I went to Show High School, we always did G and then F. So I'm just bringing back some stuff. All right, next item on the agenda, item F, consideration of resolution number R 2025-26, adopting a holdover fee for commercial lease and operating agreements at Show Airport.
All right. The city uses a standard form contract for commercial ground lease and operating agreement, and staff has proposed a new commercial city-owned hangar lease and operating agreement at the Show Low Regional Airport. The current commercial ground lease and operating agreement does not include an additional fee beyond the rent to address the situation when a lessee fails to vacate the premises after the expiration or the termination of the lease. A recent tenant at the airport highlighted the issue when they remained on the premises several weeks after the expiration of their lease. A holdover fee serves as a disincentive for the lessee to remain on the premises after the lease has expired or been terminated. It is in the interest of the city to have the leased premises promptly and timely vacated at the expiration or termination of the lease to allow for a new leaseholder. On February 24th, 2025, the Show Low Aviation Advisory Committee was presented with information on holdover fee and voted to recommend approving the amendments to the current and proposed agreements, including the holdover fee at a rate of 2 times the monthly rent as specified in the lease agreement. In accordance with ARS 9499.1515, notice of the proposed holdover fee was posted for 60 days on the city's website, and staff recommends approving resolution R 2025-26, adopting a holdover fee for the commercial ground lease and operating agreement and proposed city-owned hangar lease and operating agreement at Show Low Regional Airport.
Now I know why F was more important than G. Just do a little editing there, that's not a problem. Comments or questions?
I'll make a motion.
Go ahead, Councilman Adams.
I move to adopt resolution number R 2025-26. I'm reading the right one, right? Adopting a holdover fee for the commercial lease and operating agreements at the Show Low Regional Airport. I read the right one, right?
Got a motion, got a second by Councilman Hatch. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for dealing with my mess up there. We're all not perfect. That's weird. Okay, next item on the agenda, consideration of award of contract for window cleaning service for the City of Show Low buildings. City of Show Low project number FM 7825. Mr. Austin. Huh? I can do I too. Is that an I joke?
No. Mr. Mayor and Council, on April 11th, 2025, a request for sealed quotes was posted to the city's website and published in the White Mountain Independent for window cleaning services twice annually for 7 city facilities. Only one company submitted a sealed quote by the due date of April 30th, 2025. Adlan Enterprises Incorporated submitted a bid with the following results. Adlan Enterprises Incorporated DBA Frog Window Cleaners, $11,970. Staff recommends awarding the services contract for the city window cleaning City of Show Low project number FM 7825 to Adlan Enterprises Incorporated, doing business as Frog Window Cleaners, in an amount of $11,970 per year, a total of $59,850 for a 5-year period.
Thank you, sir. You made the comment about the deadline. Did somebody turn one in afterwards or something?
No, the reason why we did it is they did their last cleaning, and I didn't want to open a new PO until the new fiscal year.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Councilman Whipple?
I move to award the contract for the city's window cleaning services, City of Show Low project number FM 7825 to Adland Enterprises, Inc., DBA Frog Window Cleaners, in the amount of $11,970 annually, and for a 5-year total of $59,850.
Got a motion, got a second by Councilman Adams. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. I wouldn't clean them windows for that money.
I wouldn't either.
I don't like cleaning windows, but they're really good at it.
They do a good job.
Here's the I one. Next item on the agenda is consideration of approval of a lease to purchase agreement for laptop computers and associated equipment. Chief Provost. You're getting close to retirement too. See how slow you're moving up here? Usually you're already here.
So, good evening, Mayor and Council. Shola Police Department currently purchases approximately 7 semi-rugged laptops annually for patrol operations. These laptops replace older versions of the same laptop each year and are used in patrol vehicles. Additionally, desktop computers are purchased to replace desktop computers in the patrol supervisor offices and the officer report writing room. Dell Technologies has provided a solution to upgrade all the officer laptop computers at the same time. This will eliminate the need for patrol desktop computers by installing a laptop docking station at each supervisor's desk and in the officer report writing area. The total cost of the new laptop agreement is expected to save the city approximately $4,000 per year and eliminate the need for patrol desktop computers. This transition will increase operational efficiency, connectivity, and reduce cybersecurity risk. The proposal from Dell Technologies Incorporated includes 32 semi-rugged laptop computers, 2 rugged Extreme tablets, and a tablet keyboard for a total of $130,323.45. By financing the laptops through Dell Financial Services for 5 years, the annual cost will be $26,064.69 per year. The city will own the laptops after the final payment. All laptops carry a 5-year warranty and are superior to the current laptops we are using at the police department. The reported expected lifespan of the laptops is 5 to 7 years. Dell Technologies Incorporated provides pricing for laptops and equipment under state contracted pricing. Staff recommends authorizing the lease to purchase agreement for new laptop computers from Dell Technologies Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $130,323.45 paid in 5 annual payments of $26,064.69 and authorizing the associated budget transfers.
Appreciate that. I was going to ask a dumb question because it sounded like 100 and some thousand and then 20 some thousand additionally, right?
So it's the 26,000 a year adds up to the 130 or the 5.
For the 5 years. And they have to last more than 5 years. 5 to 7, tell them it has to be at least 5.
And the good thing about 5, they are covered under warranty, so the upkeep in that is they're still owned by Dell, so they have to maintain them.
Good. Any other questions or comments? Councilman Hatch?
Make a recommendation. I move to authorize a lease to purchase agreement for 32 laptop computers and associated equipment from Dell Technologies Incorporated in an amount of not to exceed $130,323.45, paid in 5 annual installments of $25,064.69.
26,000. You said 25.
Beg your pardon, 26,064 and .69.
Got a motion, got a second by Councilman Wilkhorn. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Thank you, Chief. Don't go anywhere. Next item on the agenda is consideration of resolution number R 2025-24, rescinding resolution number R 2018-12 and approving intergovernmental dispatching service agreement. Chief Provost.
Thank you, Mayor. On May 1st, 2018, the City Council adopted resolution number R 2018-12, approving an intergovernmental agreement with several local fire departments and police departments to provide emergency dispatch services. The agreement auto-renewed on June 30th, 2025. However, the city is adding several new agencies and all parties are aware of the new IGA. The Regional Communications Center currently provides dispatching services for the following agencies: Shola Police Department, Pinetop Lakeside Police Department, Snowflake Taylor Police Department, Timber Mesa Fire and Medical District, Heber Overguard Fire Department, Taylor Snowflake Fire Department, Pine Top Fire Department, and Pinedale Clay Springs Fire Department. This IGA adds the towns of Springerville and Eager for the Round Valley Police Department and Round Valley Fire and Medical Department, as well as the Vernon Fire Department to the group. The city attorney reviewed the current IGA and recommended several changes to update and clarify certain language in the IGA. Staff recommends adopting resolution number R 2025-24, rescinding resolution number R 2018-12, and approving the Intergovernmental Dispatching Services Agreement for Emergency Dispatch Services.
Thank you, Chief. Any questions? Does that, when we add more dispatching, do we have to add more dispatchers, or how does that work?
It all depends on the number of calls for service that we're handling. Currently bringing on those agencies, we will not have to add any more staffing. Should the calls for service go up, we could. But at this moment, we do not have to add any more.
So in the future, we're going to look at, because if you add anybody else on, we're going to have to start looking at more dispatchers, correct?
Yes.
And how many dispatchers can we put in the new building?
We can put quite a few. We have right now, we have 8 consoles, and we have room to grow to 12.
Oh, wow.
I have a question. Do we receive any revenue from these other agencies that helps pay for these dispatchers?
Yes. So everybody in the system pays the same amount cost per call. I believe that's $47.62 per call. So whether you're it's a Show Low calls for service or it's a Pine Top Lakeside call for service, we're all paying the same amount for that call to fund the service.
Obviously, that's some kind of percentage when you ended up with 62 cents.
Yeah.
There's some kind of formula that you're using for that, right?
It's the total amount of what the service costs divided by the number of calls we handle as a dispatch center, and that divides out to what the cost per call is.
So the more we add on, the cheaper it can get.
Can be. There is economy of scale.
Sure. Okay. Any other questions or comments? Councilman Adams?
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
I move to adopt resolution number R 2025-24, rescinding resolution number R 2018-12, and approving the Intergovernmental Dispatching Service Agreement for Emergency Dispatch Services.
Got a motion, I'll second it. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Thank you, Chief. Appreciate it. Next item on the agenda is consideration of acceptance of North 11th Street Sidewalk Improvement Project and approve of scope revision City of Show Low project number R 2025. Mr. Hamsaw.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. City Council passed resolution number R 2024-31 to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the Arizona Department of Transportation to exchange federal STPG funding for state HERF funding to construct North 11th Street Sidewalk Project. The HERF exchange program allows local communities the flexibility to complete projects with state funding to remove all the excess administrative requirements associated with federal funds. The total grant funding received for the project was $555,300. The scope of the project was to reconstruct the east side of North 11th Street from East Cooley to East Tuning. The project consisted of removing old existing concrete, asphalt, installing new ADA compliant sidewalk, ramps, roadside parking, concrete pavers, conduit sleeves for future lighting and landscaping, as well as the required drainage infrastructure. Asphalt roadway and parking areas were repaved and new pavement markings are to be installed. Staff solicited bids from contractors for the work. The City Council awarded the construction contract to Western Great LLC for an amount not to exceed $418,052.75. After receiving a lower bid than the grant funding was allocated for the project, staff looked for additional scope to add to the project to utilize the HERF exchange grant funding. The two through lanes for North 11th Street were not originally included in the scope of work. The city added additional paving on North 11th Street in the amount of $123,575 to utilize these funds. The project is now complete with a final construction cost of $541,627.75. Staff recommends accepting the construction of North 11th Street Sidewalk Improvement Project, City of Show Low, project number R2025, approving the scope revision of $123,575, resulting in that total project cost of $541,627.75, releasing the final payment and initiating the 2-year warranty period. Sorry for the long one. I'm here for any questions.
A quick comment. I appreciate the contractor getting in and out there best they can for the businesses that are in there, because we know it gets pretty crowded in there with the both restaurants right in there. And I haven't heard from any of the businesses down there that this was a problem, but it seemed like they got in and out there pretty quick, and I appreciate that.
They did a good job working with those guys. You bet.
Right, they did. Any other comments or questions or motions? Councilman Whipple?
Make a motion.
Sure.
I move to accept the construction for the North 11th Street Sidewalk Improvement Project, City of Show Low, project number R2025. Approve the scope revision of $123,575, resulting in a total project cost of $541,627.75. Release the final payment and initiate the 2-year warranty period.
Got a motion, got a second by Councilman Adams. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed, motion passed unanimously. Next item on the agenda is consideration of resolution number R2025-29, improving bulk water rates. Mr. Hemsall.
Yes, the city has received an increasing number of requests for potable water bulk sales from both bulk water haulers and private parties. In order to address the demand, the city purchased and installed a bulk water facility. Bulk water customers will be able to purchase water utilizing a credit card or an account code. This water will be potable at the point of delivery. The city will not be liable for any contamination that occurs after being dispensed at the delivery point. The facility is not to be used by pesticide or any chemical application devices. According to city code, the city council is responsible for setting the water rate. Staff proposes the bulk water fee at the bulk water facility to be a minimum of $15 for each 1,000 gallons or less. So for example, 1,500 gallons would be $30, 500 gallons would be $15. The purchaser will also be responsible for paying any credit card user fees associated with the transaction. Fees are also subject to an annual customer price index fees as needed. Staff recommends adopting resolution number R2025-29, approving bulk water rates. I'm here for any questions.
Thank you, sir. Just to clarify, where's the location of that?
This facility is right outside the Public Works building on Thornton Road. Kind of near the lower shop area of our Public Works facility on Thornton, right off State Route 77.
And how is that doing?
It's just getting up and running.
Okay.
I received a call just last week about somebody looking to purchase bulk water, and we sent them down to finance the 7 accounts.
Okay.
So you get that many calls for bulk water?
Yes, we do. For like outside of people hauling water out to where there is no well or there is no infrastructure out in the county or elsewhere, or for or other businesses as well.
I think Mr. Austin can clarify that too. You don't need to, but I know over the years he's had a lot of people questioning him about bulk water. So it's a pretty good idea. Any other questions or comments? Councilman Judd.
I move to adopt resolution number R2025-29, approving bulk water rates.
Got a motion, got a second by Councilman Whipple. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Thank you, sir. Next item on the agenda is consideration of resolution number R2025-25, establishing streetlight improvement district secondary property tax levy for fiscal year 2026 at $250,000. Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mayor. On June 17, 2025, the City Council held a public hearing on the fiscal year 2026 final budget and the secondary tax levy contained in this action. Property taxes collected within the city, within the streetlight improvement district, are utilized to pay utility costs of the street and park lights within the district. Based on the current assessed values, the proposed tax levy of $250,000 will remain unchanged at the rate of 0.1401 per $100 of assessed valuation. At this rate, a home with an assessed value of $150,000 will pay approximately $17.86 annually. Staff recommends adopting resolution R2025-25. establishing a streetlight improvement district secondary property tax levy for fiscal year 2026 at $250,000.
Thank you, sir. Any questions or comments?
Make a motion.
Councilwoman Whipple.
I move to adopt resolution number R 2025-25, establishing the streetlight improvement district secondary property tax levy for fiscal year 2026 at $250,000.
Got a motion, got a second by Councilman Hatch. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Thank you, sir. Should we take a 30-minute break before we let Bill finish his last item? Just to make you stay here longer. Sherry's like, hurry up. We put you on last for a reason, Bill. You need some help down off those stairs? All right, next item on the agenda, consideration of award of pre-construction contract for Show Low Sports and Event Center, design build, City of Show Low project number FM 4625. Mr. Cup.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Some of this is going to sound familiar because we had a study session a couple hours ago on this. At its regular meeting on January 21st, 2025, the City Council directed staff to move forward with selecting a design build team to provide conceptual designs for a sports and event center. Previous studies had determined that the facility would be in the range of 90 to 115,000 square feet. The building would be multi-use, and the proposed facility will be designed to accommodate 6 to 8 basketball courts. It will also be configured to alternatively house a 200-foot by 85-foot multi-sport arena, concert, convention, and trade show space. Seating could be a combination of fixed seating and retractable seating. The proposed facility will include, I'm sorry, I lost my spot. Where's my glasses? The proposed facility would include seating either fixed or retractable, and the number of seats will be determined during the design phase of the project. The preliminary scope also includes additional spaces to house 10,000 square feet of meeting rooms, spaces for food preparation and service, and indoor-outdoor family areas. The building will have locker rooms and ADA code-compliant restrooms. The design may also include an inside perimeter walking jogging track. Acoustical treatments will be installed to enhance the user experience during sports and music events. Scoreboards and other audiovisual installations will be included in the project scope. The facility will be situated on a 9-acre parcel at Show Low Bluff. Site grading and utility design and construction will also be included. The project will also accommodate approximately 600 parking spaces. The selected project delivery method was design build, which is a qualifications-based selection process and follows statutory requirements. Staff advertised a request for qualifications. 9 statements of qualifications were received. Arizona Revised Statutes Title 34 requires a 7-member selection committee to be established. The committee must include a licensed engineer and a licensed contractor. The remainder of the committee included the mayor and city senior staff. The selection committee scored the SOQs and established a short list of 3 firms. The 3 firms prepared and presented a concept design for the selection committee to consider. The concepts were based on an available budget of $35 million. The Hayden Companies LLC team was the highest ranked of the submitting teams. After the selection, staff met with Hayden Companies LLC team to finalize the project scope and contract and negotiate fees. A copy of the final scope and fees and for the pre-construction services is included in the council packet and is an attachment to the professional services contract. The design build process will be performed in 2 phases, pre-construction and construction. A guaranteed maximum price, GMP, for the construction will be established in the pre-construction phase. A contract amendment will be prepared for City Council consideration of the GMP. The pre-construction phase will include programming, schematic design, design development, and construction documents. Pre-construction is where the project design elements, amenities, and aesthetics will be determined. The City Council will be included in the pre-construction phase. Staff recommends approving the pre-construction contract for Show Low Sports and Event Center design build City of Show Low project FM 4625 to Hayden Companies LLC in an amount not to exceed $4,008,654.
happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, sir. I know probably everybody up here, maybe everybody in this room is pretty excited to move forward on this project. Just something to touch on when this design goes forward, we want the community involvement as well. So watch it. Anybody watching or listening, when we move forward on this design, we want input. So look for dates because we definitely want the public input as well as the council, but we definitely want the public's input as we move forward. This is a big project for our community, but it's one that I think we all know we desperately need. I mean, this is going to hold big sporting events all the way down to 50 people events, so it's going to be nice. So thank you, Mr. Cup. Appreciate that. Any other questions or comments? Or motions?
I move to approve the pre-construction contract for Show Low Sports and Event Center. Design build City of Show Low project number FM 4625 to Hayden Companies LLC in an amount not to exceed $4,008,654.
Got a motion, got a second by Councilman Whipple. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. That's your last one, Bill?
That's it. I'm going to drop the mic.
That's it? Mic drop.
We're done.
Don't do it. Those things are expensive. Don't be, that might come out of your pay.
And Mike.
Thank you,
I
Bill.
think I did some quick math, and I think I'm somewhere between 450 and 470 city council meetings. So
Really? And your wife made one.
right.
Way to go, Sherry. Well, we appreciate you making that one. Bill, again, thank you. I know I'll see you around. I see him all the time, but I appreciate everything you've done and happy retirement. Okay, next item on the agenda is summary of current events. Really?
Yeah.
Right on.
Hey, I just want to thank staff for the 4th of July. They worked really hard. We had a great 4th of July week, and they worked hard getting all that together, and then during it, the parade and afterwards. I just want to thank staff. They did a really good job. They worked hard, and I'm thankful for them.
Anybody else? Ditto that comment. One quick comment, because I'm trying to get us out here before 8:06. Slow down, be careful. Our streets are getting so busy. I hate hearing the fire department running up and down the highway, but they're going to accidents there every single day. Everybody's taking chances, trying to dart out there. Please slow down. I know everybody up here listens to me say no left-hand turns in Show Low in the summer. I'm going to preach that. Me and the chief just did a show and just talked about the same thing. Turn right, go around. People are darting. I mean, just the other day I went in front of Safeway and I knew that guy was going to come out in front of me. I was turning right, so I slowed down. If I wouldn't have slowed down, I would have nailed him. And my wife would have been mad at me because I was in her car. But we need to slow down. If you've got to be somewhere at a certain time, leave 45 minutes early. Who cares if you're early? The people that you're meeting care that you were early because that means you cared. Anyway, please be safe. City Manager.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Just a couple of quick things. Our Recreation Department's hosting their annual mini mud run for kids as ages 2 to 10 on Saturday, July 26th at the City Park on the senior field. The theme this year is Wild Wild West. Registration can be done online or in person at the Aquatic Center. That's a popular event, so encourage anyone that has kids that age to sign up. It's fun. The White Mountain Community Garden is hosting their open house on August 9th from 8:30 to 2 p.m. at the White Mountain Community Garden at 520 North 9th Place. Our city clerk has helped us to establish a shredding event. The city's going to host a shred event on Saturday, September 13th from 8 a.m. to noon at the South City Hall parking lot. We had a great turnout last year, and this is a great way for residents to get rid of sensitive documents. This is for residential purposes only, but if you want more information, call the city clerk's office at 532-4061. And that's it. Thank you, Mayor.
That's it. Anybody need seconds? I want to thank you guys for coming tonight. I appreciate that. You know, we hear your complaints, and we're also concerned too. And we're kind of complaint-driven community anyway. So if we don't know, if you don't come and tell us, we'll never find out. So I appreciate you taking the time and coming tonight. Schedule of meetings.
Just a reminder to everyone that we will not have our meeting on August 19th, as most of us here will be down at the Arizona League of Cities and Towns. No meeting on August 19th.
where if you ever go to that or get the chance to see about, they talk about Show Low. I love that, how great we are. So we're an example. Okay. If there's no more business before this council, I'll adjourn this meeting. Thank you, guys.